There are precisely 10 days left in the exam and 3 topics I haven't even touched. There's so much to revise. It's causing me anxiety. I'm not able to sleep properly. I don't feel hungry. I don't feel like eating anything. Don't feel like talking to anybody. Are you the one? No, you are not alone. There are thousands like you who are suffering close to exams. Why? Because we all procrastinate in life and in studies. That's the topic of the day. This is Indu Punj. We are going to talk about what is procrastination and how does it harm us and how does it affect our life. Stay tuned till the end of the video to know more. कबीर जी तो 800 साल पहले ही कह गए थे, कल करे सो आज कर, आज करे सो अब, कल को पढ़ ले आएगी, बहुरी करेगा कब। अर्थात किसी काम को कल तक ना टालें और जो भी करना है वो आज ही कर डालें, बिकॉज यू नेवर नो कल हो ना हो। Procrastination. Pro means forward and crastinator means delaying it for the later day. For the reason we are just habitual, or we have some more important things at hand, or we are just addicted. There is a scientific evidence to it which proves that procrastinator, how their brain functions. There is a constant tug of war between two parts of our brain. One is our limbic system and the other one is prefrontal cortex. Limbic system is advanced system which hijacks, we say amygdala hijacks the entire thought process, whereas prefrontal cortex is less developed, which is into organizing things, how you feel, your personality types. All this is handled by prefrontal cortex, but it is a lesser developed thing. So between these two monkeys, the one which is limbic system, the amygdala, it takes charge. It seeks immediate gratification. It forces you to feel relaxed and to delay the thing at hand so that you feel better. This is why whatever is there as small tasks, your prefrontal cortex should be the one telling you kickstart and handle it and finish it off, so that it doesn't take a monstrous space or a mountain-like space in your head. Now we will look at a grid, which is Excel sheet about your life. Let's say the Excel sheet on the screen, take it as your complete life. So grid 1 shows number of weeks in a life of 70 years, average life expectancy in India. If you do not procrastinate, taking care of your health. Grade 2 at the age of 25, whether you've done your startup or you are in a job. So total life weeks, if there are 3,460 weeks left with you, will be 2,160. This will kind of shake you up. Now grade 3, at age 35, 10 years into your job, you've already given 10 years of your life to your job and 20 years left to your dream retirement. Number of weeks to go, 1,730. Grade 4, number of weeks at the beginning of the year. Let's say this is a life of a student we are talking about. So total 52 weeks in a year are shown on the screen. Grade 6 shows 16 weeks before final exam. So 21 weeks are already gone, and week 37, so the gray area is there to implement all whatever is left. You have to fit in all your plans within these boxes. So now, after having seen these grids, you need to reset your study plan and fit in these gray areas, whatever needs to be done and revised and to be implemented. Stick these two sheets on your board where you study. After having checked your WhatsApp, Facebook, the picture that you had uploaded the last evening, look at these grids. This is surely going to create an impact on your mind, with each box getting filled very quickly. Do not make your plans based on the syllabus. Make commitments day wise, hour wise, because these, when you look at the entire syllabus in one go, it does not ring a bell in your mind, because it looks there is a lot of time still left to be taken. You can do it and take life easy. Make all your plans other than your study plan contingent on how many times a week you stick to your study plan, and reward yourself for non-procrastination. When you stick to non-procrastination, when you tend to finish all your work on time, you have all the right to reward yourself. Also, tackle difficult things in the beginning. Always finish your difficult tasks in the morning. We also call it your most productive time. Finish with your most difficult topic. Rest of the day you can easily handle, because you have already finished the monster in your head, and now you are happy to do rest of the topics. Set up a study place free of all noises, free of all phones, laptops, whatever, means whichever is not required in your study, whichever is causing you distraction. Your notification should be off. It should be a noise-free zone. Your study material should be all kept ready. You can also switch between the subjects, between the difficult topics, to make it more interesting, so that your mind does not waver and you remain focused. So these are some of the tips which will help you overcome procrastination. You can also have a study buddy which you can hold accountable for the topics. Like, you both can start the topic at the same time, and you can be accountable for each other's syllabus. You can count on each other. You can explain it to each other. Also, you can switch over to different mediums. Like, if you have been studying through the book, you can switch over to a video. You can switch over to a audio thing. So switching over things, changing topics, fiddling between the different topics, it helps to get over with the monotony of the same topic and getting bored and leaving it there. I hope my tips help you and you become a smart student and you do not procrastinate. And please remember, the difference between a successful and not so successful life is managing your emotions. Because most of the time we have seen that people tend to take procrastination for mismanagement of time, whereas it is not time management, it is emotional management, mood management. So learn to be emotionally intelligent, learn to manage your moods well and perform better. Thank you. This is Indu Kunj signing off.